Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just. Don't believe me, just. Don't believe me, just watch. You know we don't play, stay out the way. Check out this look on my face. I'll come save the day. Give me my cape. Look at I'm flying away. 5-star cream of the crop. Go and make spot. Go and put the cherry on top. This one can't be stopped. Giving them shock. It's really like that. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just pulling up me and my friends. Big boy spins, just might start up a trend. You don't wanna go up against, no offense. Might wanna check on your lens. They know when this drop, everyone stop. Ain't no more room on top. This one can't be blocked. Give me my props. I'm really like that. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just boom. Heads turn when I walk in the room. All eyes when I walk in the room. No lies when I walk in the room. I am the truth. Do it now, boom. Heads turn when I walk in the room. All eyes when I walk in the room. No lies when I walk in the room. I am the truth. Do it now, boom. Heads turn when I walk in the room. All eyes when I walk in the room. No lies when I walk in the room. Room, room, room. Boom, 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 boom. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just. Don't believe me, just. Don't believe me, just watch. You know we don't play, stay out the way. Check out this.
The Queensland Firebirds taking on the Adelaide Thunderbirds here at Nissan Arena in Brisbane, Queensland. I'm Cal Harrison, and Jess Whitford, the Firebirds Futures head coach, is joining me in commentary for this one. Welcome, Jess. It looks like we have an epic battle on our hands tonight.
I am so excited, Kel. I can't believe we're only 10 days out from round one, but what better way to get started than seeing these two amazing teams hit the court in a pre-season clash.
That's right. Well, we thought we'd have a huge matchup tonight with Mary Cholhock and Shamira Sterling-Humphries, but it looks like Shamira is going to be taken to the bench. So let's roll through those starting sevens for each of the teams. For the Firebirds, in goal shooter, so Mary Cholhock we talk about there, coming from Loughborough Lightning. she was pretty instrumental in Team Girls Cup, but probably needs to lift her accuracy there a little bit.
Yeah, look, hasn't been here long. Obviously settling into the lineup, new coach, new whole country, new town. So I think we're going to see Mary just go bigger and bigger every single week.
Okay, she's matched up with Tipper Dwan, and in the middies we've got Lara Dunkley starting first with Macy Gardner in centre and Imogen Allison in wing defence. Goal defence, Ruby Bakewell-Doran, and goalkeeper Isabel Shearer. So on the bench we've got Em Moore, Julita Veve, Liliana Rennie, and we've just heard that Ash Barnett probably won't be playing in this game.
Yeah, just managing a little niggle. So training partner and someone from my squad, Liliana Rennie, getting the opportunity to step up today.
So over at Thunderbirds land, Romelda Aiken-George. Now, she did play some in Team Girls Cup there. She's coming back from a knee surgery and just sort of easing herself back into the game, paired up with Lauren Frew. How do you see that attacking?
I don't think we'll see her on for the full game, but I think they're just bringing her back in slowly, so it'll be good to see how much she gets out there today.
And, of course, the SSN Player of the Year for 2024 and had a Diamonds debut. It was a big year for this young lady, Georgie Horges in wing attack, Taylor Williams centre, Sophie Casey, she gets the start in wing defence. She was so impressive at Team Girls Cup.
I love Sophie Casey. She's a very impressive mid-quarter coming up through the ranks.
Well, we'll talk about her maybe through the game. Latanya Wilson in goal defence and another youngster coming through, Molly Watson in goalkeeper. That leaves that bench of Kayla Graham, Lucy Austin, Hannah Petty, and of course we were talking about Shamira. She is not kitted out, so I don't know that we're going to see her through the game.
Yeah, didn't take part in the warm-up, looking pretty relaxed out there, so I'd say she's just going to be watching today.
Okay, well, before we begin, we'd like to respectfully acknowledge the Turrbal, Jagra and Yagra peoples as the traditional owners and custodians of the lands on which we're playing here today at Nissan Arena, and pay our respects to their elders past and present, and also extend that respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander watching online at home today. Thank you for joining us on NQ TV, coming to you through YouTube. So who are you looking forward to seeing then in that lineup? Where do you think the Firebirds, or number one, how do you think it's going to go? I mean, we're obviously Firebirds futures. You think Firebirds are going to get through and win. But where do you see those instrumental matchups happening?
Yeah, look, I think it's always great. I think everyone wants to play on Mary as new to the competition. They're all trying to have a little go and see what that looks like. So even Latanya Wilson, will she make that switch back and use that amazing elevation to get up on Mary? The mid-court's going to be a great matchup as well. I think we're still finding our feet in that combination, and with a few young training partners on for Adelaide, I think it should be a pretty good battle.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup between Georgie Horges and Imogen Allison. It is going to be a very physical fight out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought they'd come against each other with Georgie.
All teams, Firebirds just being called out onto the court at the moment. Here comes Isabel Shearer. Of course, Thunderbirds just coming fresh hot off winning their Team Girls Cup
win. Yeah, look, I think it's a great final chance. You know, this is it. This is their last chance to put out their combinations for the coaches to get a really good look at what they want to start with coming into round one in just 10 days.
That's right. Of course, the Firebirds, they haven't chosen an 11th player yet as well, so there will be...
not every team chooses an 11th.
That's right.
It is not compulsory, but yeah, we've still seen a couple of clubs yet to name one if they do end up naming one.
So Thunderbirds just coming out onto the court now. Looks like there's a lot of friendly vibes happening between both teams.
It's still friendly in pre-season, Cal.
Until about 2 seconds time. As the ball is being delivered now to Macy Gardner. So Firebirds first centre pass. So just waiting for the
clearing off the fire starters from this part of the court.
It's probably a good idea.
I think this is a good dry run for our home game team crew that like to put on a great home game. We've got a pretty good crowd here tonight, actually, watching the girls.
That's right. Of course, it is a members-only event, but it has been opened up. It's free, so if you are in the area in the Brisbane region and close by to Nissan Arena, please come down. And it's going to be a really great viewing. A free game, a free SSN game.
Absolutely.
Can't get past
what a great
that.
opportunity.
Well, we're ready And rearing to go, Gardner in the centre. So a little 1-2 there. Dunkley goes to the pocket.
Yeah, just nice and patient. No need to rush the first centre pass. And a beautiful delivery into Mary from Dwan.
So some fast movement there. I think that's the key probably to keeping the Thunderbirds on their toes.
Yeah, look, Thunderbirds have a really quick mid-court and they're going to have to, I think they're going to still have to bring that composure though, not need to rush it. They've got an amazing defence end, as we know.
Well, if in doubt, Williams goes straight up to Aiken George, right under the post. And we can fight for the ball after the shot, but...
Using our precious seconds.
Yes. So Firebirds now forced to keep it back here, but it opens up to Gardner. A beautiful drive.
Yeah, great use of depth there from Gardner. Just trying to find that circle edge. Casey doing an excellent job tagging Gardner there.
And just that composure from Dunkley to place that ball beautifully in front of Cholhock there.
I think we can already see an improvement in that placement and that connection between the midcourt and Cholhock.
That's
Another
right.
week of training.
Gardner with a hand in, deflects that ball, does about 4 dodges to receive the pass and the layup.
The layup, not quite finishing it off. Beautiful transition play from Gardner there, taking the turnover and doing the work to get herself onto circle edge to place that feed.
All geared up for a spectacular finish, but Dwan got it through in the end. We're setting up now for the overload. And it does go back to Allison.
They're having a bit of trouble going forward at the moment, Firebirds, just going backdoor a few on those centre passes, but and a bit of a miscommunication between Dunkley and Gardner.
So an opportunity now for Thunderbirds to get it back. And that cross-court call, cross-court ball.
Yeah, you want to avoid those parallel passes. You want to be looking for nice angles. So I'm sure Obst is going to have something to say about that.
It's a lot more patient play we're seeing here from the Firebirds. And it wasn't placed the best, but the strength of Cholhock to grab that ball in.
Watson just getting caught on the body there on Cholhock's going to need to just come off and adjust that positioning. But what an opportunity for her to be playing on one of the world's best shooters.
Yes.
A great delivery from Horges into Aiken George.
So a nice hold off the line, Dwan. Dunkley.
Bit far from home for Cholhock and an unfortunate placement there.
That's right, it was just a little bit slow, that bounce pass.
Yeah, sometimes as a goalie, you actually want to turn to post and just shift that defence, get them moving, not really advertise where you pass, placing it. So it was very well read by the Thunderbirds defence there.
Oh,
great
that ball.
deflection by Shearer.
Aiken George, she's pleading with the umpire that it came off Isabel Shearer, but it did actually hit her hand last.
Oh, lovely transition down court.
And that patience from Gardner shown again. Cholhock just a couple of misses early.
Yeah, just needs to stay composed, take a breath. You got that ball under the ring, do your job. Doesn't need to rush that one.
And the contact call,
offensive contact for Frew. Trying to push through that really great wall that Allison and Gardner are setting up together. Yeah, we're seeing a really different Firebirds lineup at the moment. Very composed. Oh, as I say that, Latanya Wilson, there's that matchup. Got that elevation up, found that matchup, and took that ball off Cholhock.
So through, they're all bunched up in the middle, opens up, and nice placement from Horges again. Aiken George. They managed to keep hold of their centre.
Oh, lovely front cut drive from Twan there to enter and finishes it off nicely for her team. Firebirds still with the break. What can Thunderbirds do to peg that back?
Well, Isabel Shearer just doing enough work there on Aiken George, just putting that doubt in the feeder's mind.
They're doubling back. I think Fru's going to need to get in that circle a little bit earlier. The defenders are sagging back on Aiken George and just putting that bit of doubt in the feeder's lines at the moment.
So a 6-4, Firebirds by 2. Allison luckily opens up for Dunkley. And this is where it is getting caught. And a nice hold there, Cholhock.
Just not quite liking that first position.
Falls short for Dwan, but picked up nicely. Cholhock with the rebound.
Both teams doing a great job on that first phase defence, really forcing it back, forcing the team to really have to work their options, bring the wing defence, goal defence into the play.
Well, the physical pushing that's happening between Shearer and Aiken George.
We love it. Just getting caught on the back there, Shearer just needs to move her feet, but Aiken George has such a beautiful hold, it's very hard to play against.
Nice across the line from Dunkley.
Yeah, just missing that second phase connection at the moment, always having to go back. I'm sure that'll be addressed.
And cross court over
Lovely
Gardner. Well, her improvement since last year in the feeds into the circle has been great. As Cholhock puts another one through.
Great defence from Allison, really taking Fru out of the contest there.
Thunderbirds moving that ball very quickly. Little 1-2, Horges, and straight up. A little bit of an awkward landing there for Aiken George.
Just caught the defenders with their eyes down in that moment, Horges, and delivered that nicely to Aiken George.
So again, that's that second phase,
Oh,
but the
straight
wow,
in from Dunkley.
beautiful
Great
vision. Yes.
When you've got Cholhock standing under the post there, why wouldn't you?
She is a beautiful target, isn't she?
I think I heard a commentator say it the other day, but look, it does look easier than it is. It does actually use a bit of a skill to deliver that nicely weighted ball into a tall holding goal shooter.
That's right.
Dunkley made it look very easy on that occasion.
No options, goes super wide there to Allison.
Yeah, Allison doing a mountain of work in that attacking phase, really being an option for them on the reset.
That set up there by Tipper Dwan was beautiful to get herself in position.
Just could not finish off that shot there, and Wilson comes up with the rebound.
So Horges straight up, but again.
Oh, Aiken
Shearer.
George not happy with the call. Shearer got a hand to it. I couldn't quite see who it came off, but we'll trust the umpire. She was right there.
That was well kept by Macy
Very
Gardner.
clever. Oh, lovely fake and then ball in. Though we know the Adelaide Thunderbirds defenders are hungry to hunt ball. They're a great hunting team. So I think that's a great strategy for the Firebirds to be looking for those fakes and hopefully opening up Cholhock in the circle.
That's right. Also the repeated effort there, Lara Dunkley.
Yeah.
Drawing that
Drawing
defence.
leads, making those defenders think twice.
So Thunderbirds still hanging in there. Just one break at the moment, 10-8.
Just really stagnant on second phase. There's no movement. I think they're going to need to get their feet going and really provide that second phase connection. But they're doing the work. They're doing the hard yards to get it onto circle edge. And that patience is what's keeping them in the lead.
Well, better shot and better positioning there by Tipper Dwan.
And it's up and over. It's a bit of a battle of the long bomb feeds into the tall holding goals at the moment.
That's right. A lot of off the circle edge feed, which is probably as a coach not what you're looking for.
Not necessarily, but I think if the target's on and it's there, you know, it's a great option. You just don't want to get too predictable with it. The defenders will start to cotton on.
So again, that timing on that second phase, everybody just going a little too early. So the options stopping.
Wonderfully ripped in ball by Cholhock and finished off.
And again, quick movement of the ball. Hall just recognises it.
And again, you see Frew just out of that circle, acting as a third feeder, but really need her in there to draw that double defence off Aitken George.
Well, both defenders quickly switching into super shot mode there to cover Lauren Frew because
we're in the power 5 now.
We have just hit power 5. So we'll have a look at the strategies of the teams.
Thunderbirds not known to really use that power 5 a lot, so it will be interesting to see if they've changed things up for this season.
So Emily Moore, she has just snuck onto court into goal attack, and Firebirds happy to go with the one. Probably a little bit too much movement and risk around that circle edge. Gorgeous, but Bakewell Doran gets up and gets her hands to the ball.
Beautiful contest on the ball. Couldn't quite pull it in, but the pressure is enormous.
Frew, nowhere to go, contested. Gardner
risky
again.
Play going over Gardner. She's been all over those high balls in this game, and she gets that one.
And again, another risky pass, and that ball just fired a little bit too
Very
far.
flat, that
Yep.
delivery. Just needs to lift it up a bit. You see that New Zealand press out on the court curl right now, executing, working together, seeing if they can slow that ball up as it transitions into attack, but they've just popped it over the top.
That's right, the hole left open there by Allison moving to the middle.
Yeah, and that's that drawing lead. That's how you break through that press, pull those defenders in and open up a wide channel.
Well, I did speak to Kiri within the past week, and she was just chatting about that New Zealand style. She just wanted to add just a little bit of layer over what everybody's doing on court.
Yeah, I think, look, all the players have their unique strengths. I don't think you're going a full New Zealand style with them. I think you're exploiting, Mary's incredible ability to lay up and Gardner's speed and Dunkley's strength. And I think then you just layer over some of those little strategies that you can bring in to complement all of those strengths.
So Firebirds, again, happy to just go with the one, which is probably a great decision at this point of the game. We still do have 3 quarters to go. And
well
Bakewell
read.
Doran.
First ball contest, absolute textbook one-on-one defence there from Bakewell Doran. Oh, more in the 2, but didn't want to take it, wanted to go the 1.
Well, we do see that a lot with a turnover ball. Most teams will go for the 1, and now they may go for the 2, but
On that centre pass.
guess it all depends on how they're feeling with the hot hand.
Look, when you're in a position that you don't need to take them, you don't always have to take the risk. It's early in the game. Latanya Wilson, beautifully read through the middle. Moore and Cholhock just getting stuck in the same space there.
So Williams, again, a little bit quick. They want to get in for the 2. Lauren Frew loads it up. Super shot. Goes through. Brings Thunderbirds back. 15-13 to the Firebirds. Casey fires down the court. Gorgeous. Aitken George, she does not want to shoot that from the super shot line.
You can see the defenders have really switched onto doubling Frew now in this time, but she's managed to get herself free.
And she shoots another one. Wow. Scores levelled up. How do the Firebirds respond? Nice working there to the circle. They do want to get into that 2.
Yes, not giving the 1. More still intent on getting that ball to Cholhock. And that can be the risk. If you decide not to go risky and keep ticking the scoreboard over, but your opponents are going for those 2s, that can be the risk that you take. But
that's right. Well, the Thunderbirds did that very well in the grand final last year. Did not shoot
not a
super
single
shot.
one.
So it can be done.
All stuck on that one side of the court, which makes it easy for Molly Watson to do something like that and read that play. They really need to use all their channels and open up that space, not be quite so predictable. It was a nice exit from Emily Moore.
So Wilson doing a fantastic effort to get up on that height and on the ball. But the contact there, Firebirds inch ahead just by the one.
Only 15 seconds to score here. Thunderbirds will need to get that ball moving. They'll want to finish this quarter either level or up, and no, not to be. Bakewell Doran got a hand in, and Shearer picked up the deflection. And they'll have time to score the one here.
Wow.
Oh, rushed it.
A little bit
not
wasted
quite.
opportunity there. Wow. Beautiful first quarter. The Firebirds leading by one, 17-16. We'll be back with the second quarter next. Quarter so far, Jess Whitford, 17-16. You were just talking off air there that, defensive pressure from both teams just a little bit low at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's a very high-scoring quarter. Both ends are scoring pretty comfortably. There's a lot of patience from the mid-court, but I think with those two tall targets, I think the defensive strategies are going to have to change up a little. Maybe they need to come out and get a bit more aggressive, looking at what's out the front, because they're hard to beat one-on-one, Romelda and Mary Cholhock there.
Well, we may see some changes, yes, and we do see Matilda Garrett. She was instrumental at Team Girls Cup. We know her deflections, intercepts and rebounds per minute.
Veve comes into centre for the Firebirds with Gardner swinging to wing attack. Dunkley to the bench.
So Tilly Garrett, yeah, she was fairly high up there.
I have coached Tilly Garrett when she was 14 years old. I know Tilly very well, an amazing Victorian pathway athlete that, did a little bit of time at Collingwood and has now absolutely shone under Kathy Fellows and Tanya Obst at the Thunderbirds.
Of course, Kathy Fellows, defensive mastermind that she is.
Very clever lady.
Petty works with Horges to Frew, and that's a better delivery, I think, into Aiken
Much
George.
better placement. Up and over, just away from the defender's hands. Shearer has got beautiful big long arms, so you need to really place it over into the space.
So again, that second phase covered really well with Laddie Wilson going into wing defence, but Cholhock manages to finish off. And the wall from the Firebirds.
Beautiful pressure there. Again, very stagnant on that first phase for the Thunderbirds. No real drives happening.
Well, she was dancing with that baseline there.
She held it in and she's got the goal.
We're all holding our breath in. Oh, the little fake overload. Sneaky. Veve has to go back. Retrieves it down into more in the pocket.
The timing of the leads are still just slightly off. They're just still finding that timing, finding that connection.
More from long range.
Ambitious shot, couldn't quite finish it, but when you've got Cholhock under there to rebound for you, why wouldn't you put them up?
That's right. She is very strong under that ring. Garrett.
Oh.
Well, bit of a Hail Mary. She was off balance.
Yeah, off balance on one foot. Great pressure from Gardner, but they've got it back.
Aiken George getting her hands into the defence. And she's looking very determined there. She wants to receive that pass and does.
Oh, look, one of the most experienced goalers in the game that we have.
Absolutely.
I'm very familiar with this court, Aiken George. Sure, she still has a few purple fans in the audience.
Great
chase down by Veve.
The epitome of never giving up. Garrett. Cross to Wilson.
Just doing captain things, Veve, for her team.
That's right, and the contact comes. Allison just shoved out of the way there by Hannah Petty. Great gather up there, Ruby Bakewell-Doran.
Well taken by Gardner. Under pressure from Wilson to hit circle edge.
And the placement of those passes are really pinpoint to get through that strong defence.
Molly Watson unlucky. She's in great rebounding position, but just that half difference. She's not quite getting up to that ball. Cholhock is missing a lot of those first attempts, but is getting her own rebounds. It's a hard day at the office when you're a goalkeeper playing on someone that tall.
That's right.
So, as we say it, there's a deflection from Watson off the hand.
That's right. Well, it's just the way that Cholhock is holding it. She's holding into the defence.
Just a little bit flat. Needs to find that good old-fashioned T-hold.
Well, they get there in the end, and quite quickly the Firebirds stretch their lead out by 6.
Oh, very lucky to pull that in. That ball off the transverse line.
We've seen that a fair bit. Firebirds. Well, Laddie Wilson again. All hands in.
Yeah,
yes.
Putting them under all sorts of pressure. Can they score it now? A little bit of a gap in the scoreline now. Firebirds are creeping away with it. Thunderbirds really need to score here.
Doran attacking that pass, but they find Aiken George. Hands off to Frew for a settling shot.
Yeah, I think it's nice when goal shooters can bring their goal attacks into the game, let them have a settler, bring them back in, get that momentum back. Ruby Bakewell-Doran doing an absolute job covering either Hodge. She's switching between Hodges and Frew. She's putting them under lots of pressure on that first phase ball.
Aiken George, the experience shining through there. Veve out wide to Moore. Back to Bakewell-Doran, and it's getting stuck here.
A lot of pressure around that transverse line from the Thunderbirds. Firebirds sneak through.
And there it opens up for Cholhock in the back. Just shooting a little flat today.
Yeah, just not quite hitting the height that it needs to hit to get in that first time, but she is getting there.
Gorgeous. Goes deep to the pocket to Petty, gathered up by Aiken George. And again, wow, that was
off balance. Great pressure from the Firebirds defenders and pulled in by Shearer. No love lost in that circle at the moment.
Right. The obstruction comes, relieves that pressure. Moore wants to get a little bit closer. Finds it in the hands of Cholhock again, flat.
More just with that lovely timing at the moment to just pop out, distract the defenders, get that ball and swing it and open up a new angle for the feed into Cholhock, which is working really well for them at the moment.
So we have a tactical timeout to the Adelaide Thunderbirds. Tanya Ops, she wants to regroup the team. What will she be saying to the troops, Jess?
Yeah, look, I think there's, as I said, I think they're both coming over the line. Wing attack, goal attack on that centre pass. So when they look down for that next ball, there's nothing there. I'd really like to see them stagger that first phase, second phase. In for that second phase ball. They know they've got Wilson and Garrett back there that can be the backdoor option. But right now, they're just no second phase for me.
Well, it was the same story, I think, in the first quarter for the Firebirds. They've done really well to get that lead. What's changed since the first quarter?
Yeah, look, I think that mixing it up a little bit with Veve and Gardner has been a positive change for them. They're finding that connection quite easily, and I think with more smarts to balance and open up that open channel, they're actually using all of the court now. They're not getting stuck all on one side, so it's working really well for them.
Yeah, it feels like the timing has just changed. You know, you were mentioning before with M. Moore.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach Wills has said something about that centre pass attack. You really want to make sure you're not always going back. You really want to be punching forward. So getting that dead ball time, that early work to get over that line and then find that second phase connection.
So we'll see what happens coming out from timeout. And whether the Thunderbirds can execute.
Yeah, no changes for the Thunderbirds. Ops is going to back in her team to hopefully deliver on some of those changes to get that attack end firing again.
So the defensive end working hard here, waiting for an opening. Comes through and more. Wilson just tips the ball out. Goes offside in the process.
Beautiful footwork by Veve there to get around her player and find that circle edge position.
And a nice finish. So Firebirds back out by 6 with about 8 minutes to go. And a nice high ball. Shearer had a good look at it. Aiken George screens for herself. That was beautiful work to open up.
Yeah, some lovely mid-to-mid passes to open up a nice triangle and find that angle for Romelda Aiken George. Oh, Garrett had a look at it, couldn't quite get hands to it.
Moore now finds Cholhock under the post as she settles and shoots it through.
So you can see now there's a lot more depth. There's opened up. Frew is hanging back. Oh, probably like to see one more pass before it goes in, but it did land. They're nailing that pass. But Frew was there as an option.
So Allison and Bakewell Doran having to work again with each other. More through the middle now. We've just popped it up. Petty slightly late.
Yeah, good
to
contest. Just couldn't quite get there in time.
So goes up high, but more. She retrieves
Moore, how
that
did she get
pass.
that? All the way around to the other side to pull in that rebound off Garrett.
Incredible work, Emily Moore.
I have been watching Emily in the preseason and she is fit. She is looking very fit. And a turnover there, a misplaced ball, and Allison picks up the scraps.
Right. Gardner draws the obstruction from Wilson. Moore opens up nicely at the front. Settles, shoots it through. Firebirds 30, out by 7, Jess.
Yeah, really putting the foot on the pedal now. They're not letting up. I know they're going to want to take some confidence from this game. I know they didn't get the win in team girls, but they were building every game and they were feeling really good about where they were at by the end of that tournament. And so it'd be really lovely for them to get that win on the board if they can. But they're playing with so much confidence right now. It's good to see.
Well, don't they look like a different team here tonight?
But don't underestimate. We know Thunderbirds, you never write them off. We've just seen Lucy Austin swing into goal shooter for Aitken George. What can she bring to change up this attack line? Oh, a misplaced pass from Petty. Not good.
Well, Lucy Austin, she finished up with about 87% goal percentage at Teen Girls Cup.
Yeah, I'm a big Austin fan. I think she's our next sort of generation of the tall but moving goaler. I think she's got great ability to shoot from a lot of different ranges. And
That's right, I think she's got diamonds in her
I
eyes.
think so.
Well, she is part of the camp there. So an up-and-coming, nice shot from
Mid-range shot,
Yeah,
yeah.
a little bit of range.
We're almost at 10 goals the difference. Here's the power 5 now. Dangerous territory here. Moore's got the hot hand at the moment.
We just wait for the Mr. Mopman comes out. The mop crew getting the court all sorted. And more. They will settle for one. She signals
don't
it.
need the 2. They can just stay safely with the 1 at the moment. Got a nice, comfortable lead.
Oh, contested, but it was a contact.
Just a bit late to that one, Veve.
Well, Allison.
Oh, great hands by Allison and picked up by Shearer.
Firebirds flying down the court. Well, doesn't make it easy for herself, and she does regather it just as she was coming
Thunderbirds
back
with
in.
Another chance now to score off this turnover.
Just getting stuck here, up high. Opens up now through Garrett on the transverse.
Austin just to settle in, get her first shot away for the game.
Well, Petty thought it was
there.
hers.
It's worth a try.
Oh.
Well read by Garrett. Just couldn't quite get there. The pass was really nicely placed.
Yeah, beautiful
With
little
speed.
touch pass from Veve. So it has stretched out to 10 now, 34-24.
Firebirds defenders just looking a lot more tight on their player, really shutting down their own opponent first, doing that work so that then if there is that opportunity to have a look at a ball, they can come off and have that fly. But you see it's really a struggle every single pass at the moment.
Well, it just rolls out, but it kept in. Lucy Austin.
Great rebound by Austin. And now with the opportunity to get a 2.
And it bounces out, and a contact, so Firebirds come up with it.
Great rebounding by Shearer there. Put herself in a good position to rip that ball in.
Oh, well, Veve had
Passed off to nobody in that one.
Gardner moved probably at the right time. And the contact outside gives the ball back to Petty.
Just
Oh,
kind
the
of
tip
stopping
in.
their drives. It's
Yes.
really it's a bit unusual to see. Just kind of early drives and stopping and not finishing them off. I'd like to see a bit more change of direction, a bit more dynamic. But the credit to the Firebirds defence, they're really getting them off their game, and that's no easy feat on the dual premiership winners and recent Team Girl Cup champions.
So through, back to Garrett, waits for Petty to come around and contest it again, Veve. Nicely kept in by Horges. Austin with the front hold, over the top, puts it through.
It's a chaotic few minutes, but they've managed to finish it off. Down by 9 with 1:30 to go.
Well, Thunderbird defence doing well there to split the Firebirds really wide. So we'll just watch the setup here. Cholhock just gesturing for more to come back closer.
Got the screen happening for Cholhock, but
Whoa.
the ball was just placed behind her head. Really hard to take, especially when you're 201 centimetres tall.
Well, the ball tipped out by Tilly Garrett.
Yeah, Cholhock's still, I think, adjusting to the physical nature of this competition. I think there's not a lot of huge defenders in that UK league that she's come from, and, you know, it's such a strong league we have, and I think that takes a while to get used to.
So Austin back to Petty. Every ball contested defensively here. Horges places that ball beautifully, but
Great
they want to
ball
go
in.
for two. And lucky for the call, that was going out.
Defensively, they need to stay really disciplined and just be able to pick up like they're already under pressure, right? They don't need to do anything too fancy. Stay clean and get that up.
Gardner
in
again.
Beautiful front
Wow.
position. The reset ball, no one was on the reset. Very ill-disciplined. You want to have that reset available. Ah, and they score.
No score. Wow. That's a little bit of a disappointing finish there for Mary Cholhock
Look,
Nuba.
I think the team will be very happy with a 10-goal lead going into halftime.
Right, it was a 9-goal win over that second quarter to the Firebirds, leading 35-25. Stick around because we've got a whole other half of netball to come next. Second half of pre-season netball between Queensland Firebirds and Adelaide Thunderbirds. Kel Harrison here with Jess Whitford, the Firebirds Futures head coach. Are you impressed with what you're seeing on court right now, Jess?
Yeah, look, I think Firebirds and Coach Kiri Wills will be very happy with what they're putting out on the court right now against the reigning premiers of the Suncorp Super Netball. We're going to see a really interesting second half. I don't think the Thunderbirds will take this lying down. I think they'll come out with a new game plan ready to take them on.
So, of course, we have seen some changes. Graham, she's come on into the court for in goal attack for the T-Birds. Garrett gone to keeper with Wilson in goal defence.
And we also see a switch with Bakewell Doran and Shearer, making that switch. Bakewell Doran back to goalkeeper. She loves to have a little slide back there, so it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the game.
Back to her roots.
Yes.
Goalkeeper.
Hasn't played there for a couple of years, but I really like what she does back there to mix it up.
So Thunderbirds get the second half away. Williams.
Like that. That is what she does so well back there. Really great eyes for the ball. Comes through, two hands nice and clean. Got to be really wary of driving into that backspace. But a mishandled ball by Shearer and puts it back with the Thunderbirds.
Well, I don't know how Williams got that back to Aiken George. That was impressive. Graham looking to get herself into the game very quickly, and a bit of an air ball there. Chased down by Aiken George.
Great hands by Shearer over the shot. Really, Graham just totally misread that, but we'll call it first minute nerves, and Aiken George settles it for her.
Yeah, she'll just need to take that time to get into the game.
Yeah, look, she was impressive at Team Girls Cup. I'm sure it won't take her long.
Over to Moore. Has to go all the way back. Allison, great defensive pressure here now, Thunderbirds.
Yeah, Firebirds are going to have to adjust to this moving circle, and just a misplaced ball. Great hands in by Garrett to get that turnover, and let's see if they can transition it down court.
Opens up through the middle. Gorgeous.
Romelda Aiken-George really wants that ball. Got the mismatch on Bakewell Doran in that height. They possibly just need to sight her a bit earlier and take the opportunity where this height mismatch is happening. Hetty comes screaming down the court.
Well,
what just misplaces that pass? Unusual.
and the hand in, but we've just gone offside, Allison. No, contact called. Opens up nicely, 1-2 to Graham. Hands over the shot and forces that held ball. So beautiful defence.
Yeah, great defensive pressure from the Birds there. Isabel Shearer has that lovely lean over the ball.
Oh, through the middle. Back to Shearer.
Yes, we need 2 goals in the circle there.
Wilson over the shot, but it goes through for more. Firebirds keep that 10-goal lead.
Quick 1-2. That's what we love about that speedy combination. Lovely connection between Dwan and Moore. There it is again. Halita, though, they're really clever, covering and smothering that really short ball and forcing that long one that we know Bakewell Doran's going to have a go at.
But Graham manages to get it through, and Aiken George puts the ball in the hoop for the Thunderbirds.
Garrett just getting held on the screen there. Really clever play by Moore, finishing it off.
And that's beautiful play from the Thunderbirds. Romelda, replayed ball. She went for the layup.
Yeah, and just could have left that rebound for Graham there, but got in there and unfortunately, I think, put a foot out of court. Lovely, well-timed transition play there from the Firebirds.
And up and through to finish off. So the Thunderbirds have just got some nice little passages of play there, and they're building that defensive pressure at the start of this quarter.
Yeah, look, I think the Firebirds are keeping them guessing, changing up their lineup. Just like that, heads are down and sight more Making it look a bit easy at the moment, the Firebirds.
Gorgeous. Graham goes back to Petty. And that's a beautiful ball in. Graham, she needs this one.
Graham just...
Well, she got the tip on the arm.
Calling for the hit on the arm. The umpire has seen it. And she gets her first shot for the game away.
Allison through Dunkley in the middle. Bouvet, you can sighting two options there. The bounce pass. Right, hands in, Wilson.
Very sneaky on those balls. They've got to be careful, really make sure that they're placing it away. She has got incredible footwork to get around to those balls. But Dwan and Moore just have control at the moment.
Well, the call back here, Dunkley out of play. Horges looking for Aiken George, just not placed in the right.
Yeah, look, it was really great
area.
defensive hedging footwork from Isabel Shearer. She came off, she made it look like it was on, and Horges let that ball go, but Shearer was always coming back, and the two of them shut that ball down really quickly. So really nice defensive footwork in there.
Well, Latanya Wilson doing her best to spoil the effort down this end for the Firebirds, and that's a beautiful long outlet ball to Graham, and 1-2.
Nice direct play from the Thunderbirds. We haven't seen, I'd love to see more of that in this game. Doing that work early to open up the space.
Dwan screaming for Dunkley to come back. And a short pass.
Yeah, just great pressure there from Garrett, pushing her really high. Williams just not giving an inch.
So it opens up here through Graham. Goes wide over to Wilson. Gets that ball back again. And the little fake
pass.
out. Yes. And pop back.
That draws the obstruction of Shearer.
And it bounces through the right way.
Through, they break back, and it's a timeout to the Firebirds.
So the Firebirds just getting a little bit of a run on there, despite Thunderbirds. They came out strong.
Yeah, still just the 11 points in it. So Firebirds leading this by, no, they've just held. They've held. It's going.
That's right, it was 10 at half time, so they've just managed to inch up, but it is with the Thunderbirds. So, I mean, being up by this amount, what could you possibly want to have a timeout to talk about to the team?
Oh, look, they may be making some positional swaps. I think Thunderbirds got a few turnovers there. They were getting a little bit congested, getting pushed really high in the circle. I think they'd be asking for a little bit more movement and a true rotation at times. One or the other of the goalers are trying to play that feeding role. So I'd want to ask for a closed circle maybe, get my goalers in and really moving, turning those defenders' heads with their movement and allowing the midcourt to do their job off and on circle edge.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to see a change here now. You see Lucy Austin warming up with the ball. She does have the shooter bib on, but that could mean that she's just getting warm for a little bit later. I'm not sure.
May come back on into the game later. We do know Romelda is coming back from that surgery, maybe on managed minutes today. Oh, we see one of my young guns, Cal, Liliana Rennie, stepping on into goalkeeper. A great opportunity for her to come out against Aitken George.
That's right. She is a fairly young, 21 this year.
Baycourt Doran goes to the bench. We also see Gardner back in the game. Into centre.
Well, Aiken George just giving Liliana Rennie a little bit to think about. Welcome
to the game.
That's right. And Gardner working well. That second phase open now.
So Cholhock back on the court for the Firebirds, but just a misplaced ball there from Dunkley. Cholhock not giving herself a huge amount of room to have on the baseline for that hold. And Thunderbirds are going to run away with the ball in that case.
So the obstruction of Gardner opens it up. Graham now.
Shearer just starting to rack up the penalties a bit there. Just needs to get off that body, not give any easy ones under the post.
Well, Gardner again.
Great defensive pressure by Gardner, really covering both moves.
That's her 5th intercept of the game.
And as we say, Garrett tries to answer back, but it's picked up again by Gardner. And then a parallel ball, which is just always dangerous across the top of the circle there.
So the decision-making just a little bit loose right now. Gives it back. Thunderbirds settle nicely. Managed to keep their centre. But the hands over Petty.
Petty with a beautiful hands over the ball, but couldn't quite pull it in. Oh, Wilson, so well read across the circle, but no, it's going to be an offside call.
Yes, Petty, she just crept through.
Unlucky. It was so beautifully read by Wilson in that case. There's that hedging footwork we're talking about again, but the placement was really nice from Dunkley on that occasion. Much better second phase depth there from Williams.
Just watching the setup here. Someone needs to retrieve the ball.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Umpires just at the moment happy to let that play out. But not so much the obstruction, and Graham gets another one. So Thunderbirds now only down by 8, slowly pegging back. This is Firebirds need to just keep scoring now, keep that discipline they had in the first quarter.
So we've hit power 5. But again, more.
Wilson tries her best, can't quite pull in that rebound. Beautiful elevation, just ran out of space on the court.
More, yes, just instructing. They're happy to go with the one.
She read that very well, but again, just well placed by Dunkley.
And the instruction now, Veve. Want to open it up for Graham for that super shot. Back and George.
Defenders doing a great job. The shooters are not comfortable shooting at the moment. The pressure is really great in there. Lots of great footwork, getting around the body, really making those feeders second guess themselves.
Ball fired across to Horges. Little 1-2. Graham sets herself up. She does want to shoot from there, but overcooks the pass.
There's that pressure. Forced an error. Really made them play it out. Those goalers are really going to have to turn and shoot because the Firebirds are just really nailing it in defence at the moment.
The ball popped up high. To
really liking Dunkley's placement of the ball at the moment.
And words of encouragement to Cholhock there.
Back to 10 goals for difference.
Beautiful dodging work, Gardner. Cholhock wants to shoot for 2. That's that risk.
Yeah, no, wasn't in the rebounding position there, and Thunderbirds have stolen that one away. Oh, it's dangerous play going over Veve on that hunt. But Wilson has pulled it in really well.
We're just asking for the mop to come out. Gives Latanya Wilson just a little bit of a breather there. It was a little bit of a hard knock, even though Veve tried to pull out of the contest.
Just can't get out of the way. And Wilson is tying her shoelaces. May have hurt herself a little bit.
Back in play now, Williams and Horges. They have been instrumental in that front end together.
Yeah,
the
no, I
Thunderbirds.
think this is my favourite connection so far across that wing attack centre. They're actually moving the ball with great ball speed, getting that depth now. Now it's just a matter of finding those goalers. And this is a fairly new combination with Graham out the front.
Graham wants to go for 2. Loads up, and it goes straight through, so
why
a
not?
super shot brings them back within 7.
Oh, they're starting to get hungry for ball here, Thunderbirds. You can feel the momentum just shifting slightly, calling for that held ball.
Mount
Moore's
more.
going to need to get in that circle.
That's
Oh,
right.
Wilson, beautiful contest in the air.
Well, she just moved with the flight of the ball there and
Yeah.
got up on it.
Cholhop just coming off that hold a bit early, but, you know, that was a really risky pass in and over. Possibly need to get that ball onto circle edge first. Clever play by Moore.
And the lift there, the Harrison hoist coming into play.
We've seen a few teams starting to bring that in through Team Girls Cup.
Beautiful movement, sweeping across
Yeah.
that base there,
Opened up
Kayla
space
Graham.
so well, just couldn't quite finish it off. Oh, or just straight in the guts to Graham, but she pulled it in and finishes beautifully.
And that is why they need it in that girls'
Back to
hot
6.
hands.
Firebirds are going to want to score here and go into this break with still a bit of a buffer. Yeah, they'll take the 1, stay steady. Thunderbirds, plenty of time to score here.
So a little bit too wide there for Petty. I thought, she thought there was a contact involved.
Didn't give herself a lot of room and just ran out of space.
So the ball, again, risky, both defenders, but the confidence to give that ball up
Yeah,
to
really
Cholhop.
starting to sight her now. Let that ball go freely.
Just holding on to that pass. That was well done, Macy Gardner. So the Firebirds will have the centre pass. When we come back, it's 48-40. Fourth quarter to come. Well, the third quarter saw the Adelaide Thunderbirds grab 3 of those goals back, but the Firebirds still holding on to the lead. Jess, where is it going to break open for the Thunderbirds? If it is, we can see now Dwan is back on court for the Firebirds and Shearer back into keeper.
Yeah, look, I think Wilson and Garrett are starting to get hand to ball. They're building in that defence end, and I really like what Graham brought to the attack end for Thunderbirds once she settled and got the nerves out of the way. But look, Firebirds are holding strong. Every combination that's been out there has managed to settle really quickly, and so I think it'll be a great last quarter.
Well, Allison, she's back out there in centre now. We'll see what the Thunderbirds can do to inch back a little bit closer.
Oh, Allison just getting jammed up at the top of the circle there. What a thread the needle pass from Gardner into Dwan.
Oh, steps in over.
Wilson has come away. We knew that they might be able to expose that first shot missed ball if they could get their timing right, and Wilson has just plucked it.
Well, the long drive from Williams pops it up there to Aiken George.
Lovely feed and placement from Williams to Aiken George, who manages to finish it off. Missed opportunity for the Birds there.
Petty working with Horges and Graham. She's settled into this game well.
On full extension, Aiken George, but she pulls it in.
Settles, shoots it through. So another couple back.
Umpire just wanting that ball back a bit quicker.
Ellison down to Dwan, and a sweeping drive from Gardner. Places that ball beautifully to Cholhock, who gets it through the first time. That time,
there's that beautiful first-second phase connection I was talking about earlier. They've really opened up that space. They're doing the work earlier, pulling the birdies wide and finding that middle channel really nicely now.
that's right. Ball advance there for Shearer, just coming in and not pulling out of the contest. Oh, Petty! They couldn't pick it up. Doing a wealth of work.
Garrett throwing everything at Cholhock, but she's managing to pull that ball in really well.
Gone up and through. And a break there. And it goes the way for the Thunderbirds.
It's a high ball, but Aiken George keeps it in play.
Oh, the composure to just handle that ball and add a little bit of core strength to that to keep it in. Obstruction. Veve looking for an option. Cholhock out of the circle. We don't usually see her there.
Firebirds just kept a bit wide here from that excellent Thunderbirds defence, really tagging them. But Macy Gardner opens up that quick 1-2 and gets that ball in. Again, there's that beautiful patience from the Firebirds to do the work to get it in. Couldn't finish it off Cholhock, unfortunately, and Thunderbirds get the turnover. Garrett and Wilson are just lapping up anything loose at the moment.
Yes, the strength of the defensive unit on display. Again, popped up high.
Yeah, Thunderbirds really going direct now. Not afraid to sight that opportunity when Shearer's eyes are down.
Oh, well, a contact came.
Gardner can't quite believe it. But I think there was a little sneaky tap in that one.
A little, yes, little helping hand.
Little nudge.
And the mop out again. The mop team working overtime at the moment. Oh,
Is that the mop song I can hear?
asking for a little bit more. It is the mop song. So we come back out. We missed it. You missed a spot right there.
Giving the players a little bit of a breather here, and Thunderbirds have clawed it back to just 5 points. This game is wide open now.
Graham steps across and falls short.
Dropping short. Romelda manages to get the penalty against Shearer. Only 4 the difference now.
Yes, just laughing at that tussling that's happening again between Shearer and Aiken George. Fire pass across Allison to Dwan on the base. Settles it through. Wilson now to Williams. Gorgeous.
Lovely baseline drive from Graham.
And up high, Aiken George. So Thunderbirds just keeping in there.
Yeah, going goal for goal at the moment.
Oh, we just saw Tilly Garrett coming out for a fly, but there's been a contact call on Williams. That was
Yeah, just needs a couple more steps there to get around. It's actually nice positioning. Just take her feet through so she can get that hand cleanly on the ball.
It's an interesting choice for Dwan, that pass that was fired in, and she was so close to the post, but then kicked it back out.
Take that. You know, maybe felt off balance. Could have been on the wrong foot. Oh, and the eyes are down. Luckily, Graham has picked up the scraps there and saved that ball.
Nice front positioning from Shearer, but Graham comes up with it. So could be anybody's game right now.
Oh,
wow.
That hits the deck.
Nice placement, Allison. Looks like Emily Moore.
We're getting close to, still 5 minutes out from super shot time, but may just be managing minutes there.
That's right. So Emily Moore comes back onto the court as the mop team again doing work. I'm wondering what Mary Cholhock is thinking about the mop song and the mopped crew.
Do they do that in the UK League?
I'm not sure. That's beautiful ball placement, Horges. That was nice and steady work from the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, look, Graham and Aiken George are doing a really good job at creating the mismatch between Shearer and Bakewell Doran. Bakewell Doran is getting caught on Aiken George and unfortunately just not able to contest in the air.
The Firebirds keeping this 5-goal lead. We're about halfway through the last quarter.
Sends it right back to the transverse, but offside.
Williams just tiptoed inside the circle. Firebirds with the transition, goes long to Moore. And the call against Williams as well.
Yeah, stepped right in there, but, you know, I guess maybe potentially leaned in on that ball. It's a tough one. It's what the umpires saw.
So a break to the Firebirds. Keeping them in front, but Petty, wow, pleading with the umpire.
They're going to have to start getting brave, Thunderbirds. It's back out to 6. Firebirds still in control of the game, so Thunderbirds are really going to have to start having a fly at some balls here. Win some ball back to score.
Allison hits the deck, and that's
Shearer goes hunting, but Horges was just too quick with her hands.
That's right, the quick pass fired across. And once again, we are...
It's coming out. There's bodies everywhere at the moment.
That's right, that was where Allison hit the deck before.
I want you to give these guys a cheer. Thank you, Dave. That was good.
Gardner Forced to go back to Veve. Opens up now. Allison on the circle edge. Goes across to Gardner. And Moore crept along.
Excellent
snuck
timing
in
from Moore.
on that base. Lots of hands in. Thunderbirds keeping it moving. Playing a little bit of possession netball now.
Oh,
And the one-handed take. Wow, you've got to love that, don't you?
She does that so well. Bakewell Doran was in excellent position, but Romelda just plucked it out of the air.
A little bit of showtime from Romelda.
Oh, Tilly Garrett just saw that one a little bit late. Was actually had a really good line to that ball.
That was a very courageous take from Gardner. Oh, hands off the no-look pass.
Really clever. You'd notice Tilda Garrett's now defending from the back. His Cholhoff's shot does start quite far back over her head, so they've changed up their strategy on the shot D to see if they can get a hand in that on that back ball. We're going to see another change. Liliana Rennie is coming back on for Isabel Shearer.
So Rennie into goalkeeper. And the umpire...
And I think we're going to see Shearer come out into goal defence possibly. Just playing with the bibs over there, having a chat with Coach Wills.
Well, Rennie got her feet around, but just too much space between herself and Aiken George. And a timeout. So Thunderbirds calling for that timeout. We can see Tanya Obbs, she's talking very animatedly to her attacking end, as is
To those defenders,
Yes.
talking about that shot defence, really wanting them to see what they can bring for these last couple of minutes. They're within striking range, but they're going to have to get brave.
I think that would have to be the most animated I have seen Kathy Fellows in a team timeout.
She must be a bit cold, Kathy. She's got an enormous jacket on. I promise Queensland's not that cold.
It is rainy today, but
It is a bit rainy today.
it can be deceptive. There's the whole crowd dancing away. So, Firebirds.
Can the Firebirds hold on for the last few minutes of this match to take a win into that round one of Suncorp Super Netball?
Well, Isabel Shearer did put on the goal defence bib, but Ruby Bakewell-Doran is back out.
Bakewell-Doran out there, but it may be a change we see. May want to get those two sets of long arms up over the super shot.
So no changes by the Thunderbirds, so obviously just a bit of a reset there to get everybody focused back on the game plan.
Yep, why not? Few minutes to go. What can they create here in the last 6 minutes? There you go. Latanya Wilson gets a hand in, but can't quite pick it up. No, it's an offside call for Gardner.
Well, it was a little bit of an ambitious pass there by Veve. Gorgeous. Uses that reset with Wilson. Nice bounce pass there.
Tried the roll around the back, but Aitken George just too strong on that take.
And the height eludes the defensive unit. Aiken George just super strong.
Squeezes through between the two defence. Lovely timing by Georgie Hodges there. We're back to 4 the difference after that goal.
That's right, quite
Thunderbirds
quickly.
are not going away.
Well, the Power 5 in play now. We'll see if any of the teams are going to use that. We haven't really seen the Firebirds take many super shots.
No, Moore put a couple up early, but they've sort of had that lead, so haven't really had the need to take that risk, but now may be the time. Emily Moore's going to... Nope, she's going to go to post.
That's right. Well, Kayla Graham, she was instrumental in the last quarter with the super shot.
Yeah, watch the defenders' attention shift to Graham in these last couple of minutes. Oh.
And the hand in, Allison. She was a little bit off balance to get her body around.
Yeah, look, Allison is so good at those pocket balls, but was caught a bit flat in her footwork there.
Thunderbirds happy to just go with the one.
Still the 4 points. Oh, Garrett thought about it. It was a big, long cross-court ball.
Oh, up high, Cholhock gesturing just for the one.
Wilson tried to get a hand in there, but just draws the contact.
And put back by Moore. So we could be in for a very exciting finish to this game. And tapped out of court, Bankeldoran. Any stoppage is a good stoppage right now. Offside, little 1-2, back to Graham. And it falls short, but it comes back to Horges. But Veve with the hand
Got
in.
the hand in.
The crowd are loving it.
Beautifully weighted ball by Gardner there. And that lifts the crowd, that one. Can they hold on now? 3 minutes just to keep ticking that scoreboard over. Great pressure from the Firebirds defence end.
Well, the hand in there though, Williams. Gets it back for the Thunderbirds. Double teaming there on Graham.
Will we see Aiken George play herself out for a super shot opportunity? They're leaving her alone at the moment. What can she do?
That's right. Well, they're going to go for the two. Graham kicks it back out.
Yeah, being forced to take it now.
Aiken George, she fooled everybody. And the double teaming on Graham continues.
Oh, huge workload by Graham, just trying to find that spot for her team.
Yes.
And there she goes. Composure, under pressure, under fatigue.
Well, she takes a few hard breaths in. She had to do a lot of work to get that ball there.
3 points the difference. The game is getting hot. We've got 1:30 to play.
Beautiful drive, top of the circle, Gardner. And just wasting some minutes there, Wilson. And hold time.
It was out of court. It was actually a beautiful, clean intercept, but just couldn't quite keep it in the court.
So Allison finds Cholhock. Contact on the arm. She'll probably get that a million times through this SSN season. Firebirds holding in there by 4, 62-58, under a minute to play. They'll need to get it moving quickly now, Thunderbirds. Horges.
Aiken George, just give me the ball.
Opens up now for Graham and the contact. Shearer has come back on. Graham puts it through for 2.
2 points to go. 30 seconds on the clock. Can Thunderbirds turn that ball, or will Firebirds be able to stay composed and play this ball for the last few seconds of the game?
There we go, all the way back, wasting precious seconds.
10 seconds on the clock.
So Moore, she'll go for the super shot. And it just bounces out. But that's time. And the crowd are happy with that one. The Firebirds take it away, 62-60.
Look,
What a game, Jess.
yeah, look, we knew the Thunderbirds wouldn't go away quietly after a really fantastic start from the Firebirds, but Firebirds managed to hold their cool and play in those really crucial moments, play that ball around and work it to goal, circle edge really comfortably. So a great game and really good signs of things to come for round one, I think.
That's right. Well, pre-season it was like a true full SSN game, and that all starts Saturday week on the 5th of April. So where the Firebirds here at Nissan Arena will be taking on the Giants.
I think they're away for their first game, Kel, over in Sydney, but yes, they will be back for the second round, I think, back at home.
Well, what a night of netball. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube. We hope you have enjoyed the game, as have we. Thanks, Jess, for joining me and sharing
Thanks,
all of
Kel.
your insights throughout the game. Take care and good night.